I'm Rob Skinner, and this is the Rob Skinner Podcast. Today, I'm talking about the one thing that can make your Christmas 20% better. Today, I want to talk about something very spiritual, the Christmas plan. Now, let me be clear up front. I did not start doing this because I'm incredibly organized. It's actually quite the opposite. And what would happen is Christmas would come around and my wife would say, "What's the plan, honey? What are we doing?" The kids want to know. And then my daughter, she got older, she would say, "Dad, what's the plan?" And I would just hear that over and over again. It's like Chinese water torch. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And I would just my stress level would just start to climb because I hadn't a plan. I didn't have a plan. Okay. I didn't know you had to have a plan for Christmas. And they would just keep asking again and again. And at some point, I realized this is not a curiosity issue. This is an anxiety management issue. And so one year, this has to be maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, in a moment of desperation and spiritual surrender, I just typed up the Skinner family schedule. And this is my current version, 2025 version right here. I printed it out and then I taped it to the refrigerator. And something miraculous happened. They stopped asking me what the plan was. And so now when someone asks me, "Hey, what's the plan?" And eventually, I've got my latest iteration is I put it on Google Drive this year because I want to be more collaborative and more inclusive. And so this year I've really updated it. So now it's on Google Drive and I let my whole family know that not only can they read it, they can actually make changes if they so desire. They can edit, but I just want to make sure I'm still in charge. Just want you to know that. And so here's what I've learned. Planning doesn't kill joy. Okay. It was a great decision and it's brought a lot more peace in our family for sure. And planning actually protects joy. That the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. And that includes Christmas, Thanksgiving, and any Christmas. I do it I've expanded. When I go on vacation, I come up with a plan. And that verse is not just about church services, having a plan for church service and the church order. It's really about family sanity. When everyone knows when people are arriving, when we're eating, when we're serving people, when we're resting, and when we're watching football, there's a lot less stress. There are fewer misunderstandings and more room for laughter. And I think too, and this is another episode I did, I think it shows a little bit of foreknowledge and foreplanning, just like preparing shows love because you've thought in advance to make it more special. And so I think it's a good thing I kind of stumbled on, kind of backed my way into. And we still leave room for flexibility. We have time for quiet. On here, we've got quiet times, walks. This year, we're going to do a service project. We're going to go feed the homeless at a soup kitchen. We've got big meals coming up. Late night conversations, definitely want to play games. Got a whole list here. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans." So it doesn't say avoid plans. It says whatever plans you have, he'll establish them. It says commit them to God. So here's my encouragement for you this Christmas. You don't need a perfect plan, but maybe you just need a plan that serves people instead of stressing them out. So if you're wondering why you should make one, or it might not be because you need it. It might be because someone you love is going to ask, "What's the plan?" And when they do, you will be ready. So if you want a copy of ours, just to kind of get the ideas flowing, just feel free to email me at rob@robskinner.com. I'd be glad to send you mine just to kind of get the juices flowing. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and totally enjoy yourself. I'm certainly going to be having a great time. My whole family's coming into town, all my kids. I'm just like, I couldn't be happier. So I just felt like I really want to send this out to you because this is something I stumbled on and it definitely helped me. So thanks for listening. And here's how you can help support the program. First, just subscribe and let your friends know about the podcast. And secondly, why don't you read my latest book, The 10X Christian? You can find that on my website, robskinner.com, or else you can go to amazon.com. Because my goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Have a great day and make this life count.